So
Hello,
good.
Fabiola. Hi.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good,
Great
thanks.
to see you. Yeah, happy. Very good. Yeah, let's see if we can have a great end of week. Yeah, after this session. Well, for me a little bit longer, but yet. So, welcome everyone. I see that more people are joining. So, well, we're going to start with a little bit of market trends, yeah, because the big question that I'm going to put on the table is where is the market going? And I hope that some of you can answer it. If not, we're going to answer it together. But today it is very important that we put this question on the table. It's super important because it will determine a lot of our future actions, I believe. Yeah. So the big question is where is the market going? And I'm going to just put a couple of facts as a start. I don't know if you've been following the news in education in our sector, but the thing is that over the past week, past week or two, something amazing has happened. Incredible. So in 3 continents, we've got investment funds investing in companies. More than $400 million were invested in EdTech companies. Okay, so $400 million in less than 2 weeks in 3 continents, all of them targeted at EdTech companies, all of them offering online video conference tutoring. Okay, so I'd like us to think a little bit of the impact on your businesses of this decision, or it's not a decision, it's a fact, it's a trend, right? So can you figure out do you think this is something good? Do you think this is something bad for you and your business? What do you think, guys? I'd like to hear your opinion first. Anyone?
I'll speak with that, Mila. I think that, I mean, it can be good and bad. It'll increase the demand, but it'll probably increase the competition as well. So I guess being first and quick and direct in what we offer, I guess would be the best strategy.
Okay. So you think that when you talk about the competition is that students will go over there, yeah, to these platforms, or what is it that you have in mind?
Yeah, I guess if they're marketing really well, then that'll be kind of everyone will want to try, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, fine, fair. Thank you, Blanca. Mari Carmen, what do you think?
Well, I think that's really, really incredible and great news because that's going to allow the rest of the market to give information around talking about this. So it's going to be less hassle for us when we want to sell our platform. They're going to say, oh, I know what you're talking about. So that's going to be a push on one hand. If there is such an investment, it means that there is a tendency to get to this new way, technological way of learning. So on my behalf, I only see positive points because information is there. Investors who know what they're doing are putting the money there. So that's where the market is. And that's what's going to help us. And it's a big push for us, I think. I don't see any net point here. I only see good things there.
Okay, well, that's a very optimistic point of view. Okay, so if we think of what we here at Oxinity have been talking in previous talks, we have advised about that. Yeah, so we were months ago or weeks ago, we were the pioneers in telling this is where the market is going. So this is where, but the market was, especially over COVID, the pandemics, the market was a little bit, yeah, but maybe the in-person will come again once the in-person classes are going to recuperate once we overcome these pandemics. Yeah. So okay. Again, let me ask again and then see, because today we're not going to talk about us. we're going to talk about where the rest of the market is going. Yeah. Last week, we draw our business model. We presented our business model. I hope you guys understood it. If you haven't, then I'll repeat. But all in all, our business model is one certain. Yeah, we believe that with collaboration, we're going to make a bigger impact for you and your businesses. But now the market itself. So let me ask someone else. What do you guys think? This is a trend, as Mari Carmen said, definitely a trend. So where is it good or bad for your business? Who else has an opinion? Let me, because there are people that have just arrived. So the question is, $400 million were invested in EdTechs over the past 2 weeks. All these companies, so well, actually we're talking about 2 companies. So imagine 300 million for one of them, 100 million for another one in another continent, in India, well, in Asia. India is the country, and then fragmented investment in smaller players, but all of them, what they have in common is video conferencing. Yeah. So good or bad for your business?
Well, I agree with Blanca, good and bad. Good because like attention is being drawn to education, but like digitalizing it or bring it to technology. Like technology has invaded our households, has invaded like the world of cars or communications, but not technology. So but not education. So maybe that's good. But then when you say video conference, it's what we've been repeating over and over again. Like, how can you explain the big data thing? There's no way we can explain that. And that is the value, and that actually has made a difference. And it's what you say, education online. It's not like a little video and I send you WhatsApps and I send you whatever. No, that's not it. It's like, what can technology do for teaching? And this is, I guess, what is done through big data. And how is that? How can we transmit that? How can we say that? So on the one hand, it's good. Technological education is cool. But on the other hand, it's not good because it's not about video conferencing. It's about something else. So.
Yes, okay. Big data is about something else apart from video conferencing. This is what your point, right?
Well, teaching online or using technology to teach is something different. It's not only video.
Absolutely.
And what has been developed here at Oxinity is using big data like as a tool or as a method or as a resource, as a technique, rather than books or blackboards or whatever. And I think that is the value. That is the real, true transformation. And if people are investing, okay, it's cool. But if they're investing thinking that video conferencing is teaching, as you said many times to us, then that's a negative sort of.
I actually agree, because one of the companies that got not such a huge investment, very small one, just a couple of millions, which is small, but yet very significant. They are just doing that. So not big data, or at least not so evident. So their unique selling point is we do classes by video conferences. It's like, okay, so we have invented the wheel here. And yet the trend, it's significant because even they have received money, investment, and even them, they are the ones that I haven't heard, at least, of an offline learning solution that has been receiving such an incredible amount of money. I haven't heard. I don't know about you. So where is the market taking us, or taking you guys? Yeah. So the big thing here is Mari Carmen was very optimistic, and that sets a trend. Yes. I've been talking to teachers, and some of them say that sometimes when students approach them, they still ask for in-person classes, many of them. Yeah, so you're kind of torn what to do, or well, actually not most of you have a very set opinion about it. Yeah, in the majority of cases, we're talking about teachers that prefer to teach online, but I'm talking about a certain demand from students to go to in-person. So we have, on one hand, some people want to go back to in-person, But then all these funds tell us that we have to go online. So what is the consequence here? What do you think? Let's think a little bit. Let's think outside the box, yeah? Because I want you to understand where you are in this moment, in this sector, in this business, and what is going to happen. So what is that? Andres, go ahead.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
At the beginning of COVID, I read a lot of articles when people were starting to work from home and everything like that, that Spain was notoriously one of the slowest countries to adapt to the digitalization of work as such. So I think that may be one of the reasons why for Oxinity Spain, we are having this little difficulty of people wanting to go back to in-person classes. Nevertheless, the global trend is completely different. Companies in the US are now evaluating whether to shut down offices and move working from home on a permanent state because it saves the company money on rent, electricity, etc. So I think that even though we may have still a lot of students, and I speak for myself, I have a lot of students calling about in-person classes. I think the global trend is different. And one of the amazing opportunities that Oxinity provides us is that we can find students internationally. We are expanding into different countries as months go by. We are opening up different languages to offer as months go by. So if we think on a global scale, I think we are at the precipice of something huge coming up. And if we are one of the leaders in this process, we will definitely reap the rewards in the future.
Absolutely. I think you really, really nailed it. Absolutely. Yeah. So can't agree more. Yes. Some certain students will talk about in person, but global trends are to online. So I absolutely agree with your analysis. Yeah, that's it. Now, having in mind that maybe when it is fair to think that all these all these requests to in person are just something, a transition to something, yeah, a transition to maybe people got bad experiences. And let's face it, if you were used to in person in an academy and that academy couldn't adapt, couldn't transition quickly, as you said, Spain wasn't prepared, wasn't digitally prepared to face such a phenomenon. We were, but well, small academies weren't. So yeah, of course, their online offer was very poor, absolutely poor. Georgina was saying, video conference is not, I mean, how do we explain that it's not just video conference? Of course. So academies, what they did is, okay, I'm going to switch to Zoom, I'm going to switch to Skype, and nothing else will happen. So you will be disgusted and you will be absolutely fed up with this and you will want to go back to in person. Yeah, this is what they hope for, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, because as I said, again, these funds, if they wanted to, if they saw any future in academies, they would invest in academies. Investment is not there, so they are going to be gone. Sorry, is there anyone from an academy today here? I can't see. Oh, right. Well, anyway, so this is it. I mean, the academy is no longer a competitor. Yeah. So what these funds did is, you know, this saying that if you want to predict the future, create it. So this, what I mean, I have to refer to our own webinars and Friday talks. We were advising about it, but now the funds have clearly seen it, and now they're not playing just to see. They're not testing the waters. They're saying we're going to change we're going to create that future. They're determined. Now the question is, what do you guys think they will do with this investment? It's like the question, okay, what would you do if you won $1 million from the lottery? Yeah. Now, these guys, these EdTechs won 300 million and 100 million, the other. What will they do, in your opinion, with this money? What will happen? Anyone?
Well, I guess if they're going digital, they should develop the software that they are working on, or that should be exclusive from their brand or their company. So maybe offer different sort of features or possibilities for the type of students that they have, maybe, or different solutions, or to optimize the solutions for the teachers, maybe. I don't know, I'm just inventing this, or having different video resolutions for poor connections. I don't know, for example.
So you think that they're going to invest in product and in technology?
Well, no, I think that's what they should do, but I have an idea that they're probably going to invest a lot in advertising and publicity and being in different congresses and making their brand seen, of course, to sell more, I guess. But
so what do you think, Andres?
Georgina, as always, stole my answer.
Which was but it's we can think.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to invest in the technology. At the end of the day, that's what sets a company apart. But Georgina's correct. We obviously have to create a need, and it's what Steve Jobs did when he created the iPhone. No one thought we needed 1,000 songs on a phone, but he created the need. And it's all about that. It's about letting people know that the option is available, informing people as to why the option is better, and creating that need for both companies and individuals to learn online.
Okay, so yes, they're creating the future. First thing they do is they're going to create the need. Anyone else? What are they going to do with this money? What do you think? So it was said marketing, then technology. What else are they going to achieve with this?
Well, they're going to hire people to develop the software.
Fine.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well.
Who is speaking? Sorry, can't see.
It's Juliet Radmila. Hi.
Juliet, hi. So what do you say?
Yes, I actually agree with Georgina, because they will need to hire people to set up systems, etc., to streamline everything. So they will use the money to pay these, I'm assuming.
So yeah, of course, they will need developers. Perfect. It's strange that you guys are talking about developers in the first place and not you're not talking about English teachers. That is kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, okay, so if we continue with this line of thoughts, marketing, they have to put a lot of money in their brand, and they will have to create the necessity, as Andres said. So how does that happen? It happens when you put a lot of money to the places that give you that return. So what are these places? Mainly, the first one, Google, probably Facebook, probably LinkedIn. Yeah, but almighty Google. So what these people are going to do, or what these companies are going to do, is tell Google that I am here, I'm number one, I want the monopoly of the sector. Yeah, so I'm going to, I want that every single person that needs a teacher, I want them to find me in the first place. This is what happened. Yeah, this is branding, this is marketing. They need the market. Yeah, they need the monopoly of it. And they are going to put a lot of money in advertising, because once they get the market, then they will be able to get the technology, the developers, etc., etc. So as a consequence, what will happen? Again, let's continue asking. And then what? So what's next? So they're on page 1, yeah, on Google. So Google is going to tell every single student, go there, I want an English teacher, go there. I want a math teacher, go there. I want a guitar teacher, go there as well. They also have it, right? Oh, but you can't learn to play online. Okay, well, wait. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Right now, 97% of the subjects can be taught online. 3% of the subject probably require a person, but that will be a luxury, right? So anyway, so what is going to happen when they have all the concentration of the market in these platforms? What is going to happen?
They're going to collapse. because they were not ready for
Will
something.
they?
I don't know.
Why would they collapse, Georgina?
I don't know.
That's what we
plan it
want.
well.
We want them to collapse.
There you go. Yeah. But everybody.
No, they won't collapse. No, they won't. No, they won't. They have money. Why would they collapse? No, they have the market. Why would they collapse?
No. But I don't know, but they must have really, really good operations people there, because sometimes money, it's not only, well, you know, for me, it's not only about money.
Well, that romantic idea, I love it. Actually,
no, it's not romantic. It's real. It's real and it's real. And some people here know how many people had a lot of money and they just crashed. So,
yeah, well,
and how many people who didn't have anything and they made it. So no romanticism.
Yeah, but Amazon hasn't collapsed yet. So.
Yeah, because he had good people working there, intelligent people, ambitious people.
Really? Okay, so it must be for that. Yeah. All right. No, what will happen is that, okay, they're going to have a high if they have a concentration of the market, they're going to have something that right now they have an unlimited amount of something that for you teachers is limited. What is it? We were talking about it's like the guess game. Come on, what is it that in your case is limited, in their case will be unlimited? It's not money. Fiona.
Well, unlimited. If they've got like a reach all across globally, then they've got unlimited resources. Yes. They can call on whoever's going to be doing this education, and you'll get that sort of situation where the people who are providing the education become commodities, and whoever wants to get the education is going to be looking for the lowest price. Yeah,
that's it. Exactly. So they're going to have unlimited hours of teachers. This is what you have limited, right? If you play alone, if you are a solo player, you have limited of this. And they will have tons of teachers, millions of teachers, unlimited. And the next thing that they're going to do is, yes, indeed, lower the price. Because if there is another player that offers the same, but at a lower price, then they will go up in Google. So it is a consequence that they will get the hours, unlimited hours. And you remember, we explained it last week, yeah? What you guys have is just this. You can play only with these two elements, your hours and the price, yeah? Unless, of course, we play together, coordinated, collaboratively, as an alternative, yeah? But this is not about us. So we saw the alternative of this, but if you were to play alone, if there was no Oxinity, now we're talking about the rest. So there are millions of teachers that still don't know about us. They will one day, but they don't know as of yet. So what they will do is they will put their hours to these players. These players are going to have a lot of hours. They will have unlimited resources, and they're going to lower the price. Yeah, they probably will invest a lot in developers, but English teachers or teachers in general, the price will go down. Why? Because again, the price is something that is determined by the student. Yeah, so their business is the same as yours, only that they play with unlimited hours. Yeah, they have the same business. Yeah. I have teachers and students need teachers. Okay, only that the unlimited hours that these platforms have will lower the price. It's a consequence. So students are going to start seeing that prices are going lower and lower and lower. Now, let me just make a little break and explain to you about the prices. So have you observed what is your opinion about the price of evolution or devaluation? Have you observed it? Those of you who have been in business, in the teaching business for over the past 5 years, for instance, what have you observed regarding prices? Have they gone up? Have they gone down? What do you think? Who here has been teaching for more than, Mari Carmen?
Down.
They go down.
Oh. They go down, and I think they keep going down.
They keep going down. Autumn?
I was gonna say the same thing as Maria Carmen. Like they started to go down and they keep going down. And for some reason, online classes, people assume that they're supposed to be cheaper because you don't have to go to their house. You don't have to take the metro or the bus or whatever it is. And they don't realize that it takes the same amount of work for an online class as an in-person class. But for some reason, people just assume that, oh, it's online, it's not as, you don't have to do as much, and the price should be lower. And that's not the case.
Yeah, you're right. It's that assumption, but it's also people think what they see and what they are shown. Yeah. So Andres, just let me go back and quote him. They create the necessity. So these platforms, in order for them to attract more attention, they are not going to put prices, high prices, because you're worth it. No, they're going to put the lowest possible price. So Preply, or Preply, or whatever it's called. The ads is English teacher, and then I see the Preply ad from €5. This is what people are seeing. So it sticks with them from 5 hours, euros, from €5 an hour, from €5 an hour. It sticks, and again and again and again. They see that message from the different platforms. So a platform, in order to stay on top of Google, no one is going to say, oh, hire me, I offer prices at 25. Forget about it. Yeah. So the student knows that, and the student has the leverage here. Paddy?
Yeah, hi guys. I was just gonna say I've actually done some Spanish lessons before with Preply, and they say from €5, but really it's expensive for that. Often like 16, 17, 18. Most of them probably more than 20, and they're also mostly online, so they're actually more expensive. Most of them are more expensive than us, but also work online. They're not working from your home, so it's kind of a way of pulling you in, but they're definitely not. Price-wise, we're still competitive.
Yeah, but they're setting a trend. You're right. Yeah, so there is a trick, but they're setting a trend that is a little bit not a little bit, very, very harmful for you, because that's what it turns out, that it's not €5. Turns out it's more, but people have already seen it, and they're pushing the prices down, not up. Yeah. So yeah. Georgina.
No, all I know is from what you've been telling us, and I guess the prices are going down, but I was thinking people are lazy. I think that's something that we don't keep in mind. Yes. Because every time you want to sort of interact, you have to try to reduce the amount of work the user has to do. So if they have to like log on, turn on, that could be also a reason why they prefer, hey, just come to my house, I'm just sitting there and you do all the work. So maybe that's something that we could keep in mind. And then on the other hand, about the prices going down, I don't know, but me as a consumer, there's some things that if I see a very low price, I'm not going to want. Like in Spanish, we have the saying, like buying cheap becomes something expensive. So I don't know, like an English teacher, somebody's going to teach me a language, who knows how to express themselves, they know how to help me for €8. I don't know, that's kind of suspicious. And then of course, I've seen ads of people who had a B2 and they're going to teach you English. And then you have the final student, and you think, how can you believe that somebody with this level is going to teach you? So there's all these other aspects there. Yeah. It's like if I would see, I'm sorry, even a cleaning lady for less than €10, I want her to clean. I don't want to be like whoever is out there trying to do something. So I don't know, it's a trend, yeah, but is it trustworthy? Well, what Patty said, apparently it's not. I don't know. I think we have much more value than that. And when I hear all these people, sometimes like, whoa, they're amazing teachers, really. And you know much more than, we have experience, we have techniques, we know, we have people management or whatever, person management, psychology, as you were saying last week. I think it was Tommy saying that, and that is worth much more than €8. And I don't know how we can sort of explain all of that or express all of that or transmit all those values.
Yeah. It's very interesting that you say so, because I agree with every single word of yours, and I know that, and this is exactly what we have to figure out. Yeah, because if there is a salvation, some kind of, we have to create it, because we can't allow people just to keep that trend and not to allow anyone to say something different. But the thing is that again, remember, guys, those who control the sales, they control the narrative. So they're going to get that narrative quite set, because it's in their interest. So if they say that classes are in 5 years, they're going to achieve it. Why? They play globally. Teachers are everywhere. And I know that someone that with your background, with your education, with your knowledge, with your tools, etc., deserves 5 times more. That's it, of course. But they're going to get the narrative there. Yeah, they're going to. This is their objective. That's why someone is putting $400 million for that. They're buying that. They're putting the message. Yeah, Mari Carmen, what do you think? Over to you.
I just wanted to add with what concerning what Georgina said. I'd like to say 2 things. One is that this laziness about logging on, etc., is fading away, because more and more it's the only way we can do things. Even with the bank, people don't even go to the bank anymore. They go to their apps. So something that before was, made them lazy, I think nowadays is stopping being lazy. In fact, yesterday Maria was calling this mother that we converted it from in person to online. Okay, and Maria was talking to the mother, look, you've got to do this to this 12-year-old kid, and she heard how the kid said, Mom, I'm already in. Right? So what I'm trying to say here is that we are really moving forward there in that direction. So that laziness, life is obliging all of us, kids and older people, to use this. So I think that's going to become less and less of a problem. And the second point was, how do we get them? How do we get them to understand our prices - quality? How do we explain? Well, first of all, we have to know exactly how our system, our method, our activities, the peculiarities and characteristics of our method. It's crucial that we know it. That's number 1. And number 2, and probably the biggest point, is there's only one way. Try the class. That's the only way. Okay. Have in mind that try the class, of course, requires a small explanation, or maybe not small, maybe big explanation about what we have. So if we know exactly what is the difference with Oxinity compared to just a camera and a teacher and a class, which is huge, then the try has to come rather easy. And I think that's where we are going. I know we're talking about others, but the other companies' investments, but for some reason I came back to where we are going thanks to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree completely. This is it. This is how we explain it, try it, we demonstrate it rather than explain and talk about it. But today I want just you guys to think and to remember this, how the market is behaving, so that we can behave accordingly. And behaving accordingly is remembering that you also have a way of getting unlimited hours. Yeah, when we play together, coordinated. This is it. But instead of this togetherness, instead of pressuring you to lower the price, you won't have to do that. It's not for today. We've explained that last time. We are going to go back to it, but I want you to remember that there is an alternative that can beat that trend. Okay, so Megan, over to you.
Yeah, hello everyone. I was thinking about it as you guys were talking, and it all comes back to demand and supply. And I did research once a while ago about the diamond industry, and diamonds are super expensive, right? But they're expensive because they're supposed to be rare. But there's actually a lot of diamond, and so what the diamond industry did was they hide and they put a lot of diamonds underground on purpose, so that idea of it being rare stays and the price keeps stays expensive, right? So I think something that we can do, going back to what all of you have said about the quality of Oxinity, could be that using sure, there's a lot of English teachers, sure, there's a lot of platforms, sure, a lot of them are much cheaper, but the rarity of the quality that Oxinity provides, that's what that's why we're worth, right? So I think that's where we can break the trend.
I love the idea. I love it, and I love the comparison. But if you think about it, you guys, what we offer here is our expertise. Therefore, we can't hide. Yeah, I can't say Oxinity now will hide the teachers, and no, of course we can't do that. So, because again, you have your hours and you have your price. Yeah. So, yeah, I wish we could do that, but you actually nailed it. It's the whole diamond industry decided to do that, yeah, as well as now the educational industry, these funds decide to lower the prices, yeah. So it's kind of the same. The diamond industry decided to move prices up, and these other guys are deciding to move prices down, and they will achieve it in both cases, yeah. They have achieved it with diamonds, they will achieve it with this. But again, I don't want to scare you now. No, don't think, oh my God, what am I doing? So I'm in the wrong business. You're not, no. Because what I do believe is we're going to need teachers. We want this human touch. We want to be taught by humans, at least now. Okay, maybe in the future, technology will also allow us to interact with a good level of satisfaction with, I don't know, human-like robots. I don't know, but right now we love this. Yeah, so we love interacting with people. Therefore, the opportunity is still there. Yeah, don't be scared now. I just want to make you aware of the market, but there is an opportunity also. So people want teachers. They are going to continue wanting teachers, people to teach them. We can think of Duolingo. Duolingo was made their big boom when they appeared, but people said, yes, it's great, it's fun, it's I really spend a nice time, but I don't learn. So Duolingo is not going to, not going to interfere. So you have a huge opportunity right now. You know how it can be, and you have a system that can make it different. Okay, so Mari Carmen.
I actually have a question for you, Radmila, the other way around this time. These big companies that are investing in all these obviously are going to hire lots of teachers and all that. My question is, are these teachers going to be able to grow with their limited hours?
That's the point. That's the point. No one, because this is a key question, Mari Carmen, because then we have to take a look at their business model. Now, no one in the market, no one, and believe me, over these past weeks, we've seen and analyzed a lot of business model. No one has our model. So the answer is no. Of course, they're not going to allow teachers to grow because their business model is they're not thinking teachers.
That's right. So they're just going to have whatever amount of hours they can work a week. They're going to be paid for it. The prices are going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So the rate per hour is going to go lower, and they can't grow. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a big tip for us.
Exactly. So what we have to do is we know how we can beat that. And this is Oxinity right now is the only model that says, hey, we have to take care of the teachers because these guys are our gold, our treasure. These guys are the future. Do you want education of quality? Do you want your kids to have quality education in the future? So it can be done without the teachers. Right now, everyone is thinking students. We think teachers. That's why we have created this model. Because without that, I mean, teachers living at €5, it's insane. You can't ask quality when someone is thinking how they're going to survive a month, right? Okay, so we agree on that. So, but we're not going to talk about us. We have that. We have it. We're going to go back about our business model, and we will see that this is the reason why we have created it, because we saw that. We saw it coming before it came. Now it's here. So now we are prepared. But it was the same when we said the world is going online, and then COVID came, and we were ready. We had to switch to online in less than a week, and we did it. The others, well, couldn't, academies and so on. So we're saying it again. This is what is coming, and we have an alternative. Now, it's not about us today. Again, it's about them. We have to know them. We have to know what's going on, all these trends, where they're going, and what's the consequence for the teacher. So right now, we're not even talking quality of teaching, but what are the consequences for the teacher? So this is what's going on, and there is an alternative, which we will see how to do it in the best possible way and how to explain it as well. But it's not for today. We can explain it. Well, you have to know it. If you know it, if you know the trend, if you know it, I'm sure that together we're going to figure out the best possible explanation about our uniqueness, about what is our value. We know it, but the thing is how you can transmit it in less than 20 seconds, right? Which is that pitch that we have to deliver to students. Mari Carmen said it. She said, try it. Yeah, this is key. This is very, very, very important. Try it. And then we talk again. After the class, you try it. And after the class, I can explain what happened in the class. And I can explain that it wasn't just a mere conversation. Even some of you guys, when you observe, then you get back to me and said, yeah, but is there, if you're new to the system, of course, you ask, is there some kind of planning behind it? Wow, yes, of course, so it is so natural, it flows so well that it seems that it was just a very, very nice conversation. And yet what the teacher did was a very skillful conversation to achieve fluency, a very skillful conversation with the student to activate vocabulary, and a very skillful and guided conversation to activate structures. That's what happened. And that's what you can explain once the student has tried the class, right? And I was talking to Autumn, and she was saying, yeah, but they want conversation. Of course. I mean, no one wants English to become a dead language studied as Latin, right? They want conversation. This is it, but conversation with a purpose. Georgina?
Yeah, I just said what I wanted to say. Conversation with a purpose. And a few people that I talk to like, no, I want to talk. And I say, yeah, but you know what? You're not going to learn anything, because I'm going to be correcting you so many things that you don't have a target. Then it's going to be difficult to progress. So yeah, I use that argument. So Autumn, if they say I want to talk, I'm like, yeah, but if there's no objective, there's nothing to learn. You're just going to go crazy processing, pronunciation, fluency, no sé qué, all the vocabulary, all the grammar. Like, you want that, but yeah. So yeah, I go that way.
Anyway, but as I said, today we're talking market trends, and how that market is making an impact on you. Yeah, this is it. So this is again, I'm saying what we were envisioning or what we were imagining is going to happen has happened. Yeah, over these past weeks, we've got the first very, very clear signs of what the market is telling us, what the market is telling students, and what the market is telling teachers. and we have to be ready. We have to be ready. We have to know what's going on. And you have to think in what you have and what you can get. So alone, you have hours and price. Now, in hours and price, there is only one possible strategy. Either I increase my hours or I increase my price. Now, with a market pushing the prices down, the second is forget about it. So the second solution, I increase my price, is not going to happen because of all this picture that we see now in the market. So what you can do though is you can increase your hours, not by working more, but by playing with other people's hours. Only that these people are here. They're peers. They're these guys in the community that you see here. Yeah, this is it. This is the chance to stay on top of the industry and to survive with better rates. Not higher prices for the student, but better rates for you. You know, the rate that you can increase through the Oxinity mechanism. This is it. So you have to when you have to make your choices with or without Oxinity, you have to think that this is an honest, genuine advice. You have hours, you have the prices. The tendency, the trend is they are going down. Over the past years, you've lost around 60% of purchasing power. Yeah, that's how heavy the impact is. That's how strong the impact is. That tendency is that it's not going to stop now. It is, well, we'll see, but this is it. So the only alternative is that we also play within unlimited hours. This is it, so that your rates are higher. Yeah, I don't want, Oxinity is not keeping it the hours for ourselves. No, we're giving it to you. So you have to think outside the box, and you have to know how the difference and how the different models operate. Okay, so right now these are the possibilities and the models. You have to just know them. You have to know the business model of these other big players that they have. Okay, this is it. So the question here is, are you going to allow these big players to steal this business from you? Because I don't think that there is nothing you guys can do. I throw the question there. And the question is, are you going to sit and wait? Are you going to sit still? Are you going to say yes to every single thing? Are you going to, you know? So again, you have a huge opportunity, very, very good opportunity, but you have to know where you stay. Another thought, and I'm done. Another thought, because I hear that a lot, yeah. And again, it has to do with the whole market thing. The classic of I adapt to my students' needs. Now, this classic of the teachers, I adapt to my students' needs. I know, I understand it as you must think. Okay, so I'm going to do the best teaching. I'm going to do provide the best, satisfy the best learning needs that you have. But this is not what the student thinks. The student has two needs. The first is my class should be at that certain time. End of it. If you're not going to satisfy this first need of mine, I'm not even talking further. And second is price. And I can pay this much. Yeah. So eventually you end up alone, you end up satisfying the student needs, but the student need of availability and price. This is the need that you satisfy. And full stop. Yeah. End of it. So there is a big opportunity. Yes, there is a big opportunity right now and you have to, you have to decide, you have to think limited or unlimited hours, because the price is a lost battle. Limited or unlimited hours, this is it. Yeah, this is it. And once we have that, once we increase rates and once we grant good rates, we will go and talk about quality as well. Okay, so this is it. You have the market, you have the trend, you have the student that has the leverage, but you have a big opportunity as well. So again, my final question is, and I'm not going to answer it, are you going to allow that these big players steal your business?
Hell no.
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 No. We're strong and fighting and
No, not on my watch.
No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah, we're going to work for that in the first place. We're not going to surrender just because we will work for that. This is our mission.
I'm sure all of us in this community, we are all professionals. You understand? We are not any person who worked in a factory, lost a job, now they see Preply, you don't need this, you don't need that, you just need to conversate with it. No, we're not. We are so much more.
There you are.
We are way too much. We are so much more.
We are indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. Right. Okay, guys. So anything else on your part? No? We will get the funds as well. We're going to set trending as well. Just wait and see. Mari Carmen?
Just to, I'd like to say the answer is no for all of us, I think, without a shadow of a doubt. And the how is what we have to work on. And the how is, let's continue with our classes, but let's make sure we turn our leads into clients. Let's make sure we don't forget that big side, which is the side that makes us grow and won't make grow the rest of the market. Just to reiterate that, basically.
Mm-hmm. Right, perfect. So, okay, I leave it with this. Let's we focus on these final words. Let's close the meeting here. We focus on turning leads to trials, and as a consequence, clients will come. Yeah. This is it. So we focus on trials. You expressed it very in a very good way. You summarized it very well. Try it. Yeah, this is try it, and then the rest will come. Surely, the rest is a consequence. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for this. A pleasure as usual. I hope to see. I've seen many new faces. Welcome to Oxinity. I hope you've enjoyed the talk. I hope to see you in the future webinars. And to the rest of you, have a great, fruitful weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Great. Thank you, Radmila.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.